Hey, it's Kristen from Tiny Footsteps Travel, and I'm going to show you what it's like to visit Lake Tahoe in the wintertime and show you some amazing things to do. Lake Tahoe is probably one of my favorite places in all of the United States. We're so lucky to have family here to come and stay any time of the year. After our most recent trip, we decided that winter was our favorite time to come to Lake Tahoe, and I hope that you'll see why in this video. One of my favorite things in Lake Tahoe that we've been introduced to is taking a walk along the East Shore Trail, also known as the Impossible Trail locally. It's 3 miles long and paved, and you can do as much or as little of it as you want. The views of the lake are serene and gorgeous, and I loved how turquoise the water looked against the snow. The East Shore Trail starts up in the northeast corner of the lake. It starts near a town called Incline Village. You can either park at the Tunnel Creek parking lot near Incline Village or at Sand Harbor State Park, which is just south of it. They can fill up at popular times such as weekends or sunsets, but it's a lot easier to park there in the winter than it is in the summer. There are other and more challenging winter hikes both in South Lake Tahoe and North Lake Tahoe. And I should say while we're on the topic that there's about an hour drive in between North and South Lake Tahoe. There are lots of nice hikes with many open trails in the winter in both North and South Lake Tahoe and even in between. So I recommend checking out one of these hikes depending on where in Lake Tahoe you're going to be based. If you're going to be staying in North Lake Tahoe, like I usually am, I do recommend making the trip down to South Lake Tahoe to see some of the key attractions, the number one being Heavenly Village. Heavenly Village is like the heart and soul of Lake Tahoe, both north and south. The village is buzzing with people in all seasons, and winter is no different. There's a bunch of winter things to do in Heavenly Village that I'm going to point out to you. One of the main attractions in Heavenly Village is the gondola. You don't have to be skiing to ride it. It takes you to the top of Heavenly Mountain, 10,000 feet high, and you have a look up from the top. The tickets are pricey, but if you aren't skiing, it might be worth it to get those views without needing a lift ticket. Heavenly Village also has some great shopping. You can find some less common candy, imported goods, and also lots of Lake Tahoe branded stuff. One of my favorite stores that we have to go in every time is called On Tahoe Time. They sell these beautiful hand-carved maps of Lake Tahoe, but also lakes around the world too. The maps can be pricey, I have to admit, but we did get this beautiful Christmas ornament, which can also be a magnet. It's about $20. In Heavenly Village, you'll also find a skating rink. It costs around $25 per person to skate. Ages 4 and under are free, and this is with rentals. For reference, this is a February weekend, so it's busy, but not overwhelming. The rink tends to be here from November to April and is weather permitting. We also noticed that the Bungee Trampoline was open in the wintertime, which surprised us. This trip to Tahoe in winter was just me and my husband, but when we came in the summer, my daughter did this trampoline, and she really liked it. So it's a lot of fun, especially if you have kids, although they do take adults under a certain weight as well. We We also saw bonfires with some live music, people eating outside even in the winter. These kinds of things make it definitely worth it to stop in Heavenly Village when you're in Tahoe.
Shake it, sugar it. Just don't tell how you know you. Thought you was.
So let's talk a little bit about skiing and snowboarding, as this is a big part of what brings a lot of people to Lake Tahoe in the winter in the first place. There are dozens of resorts in both South Lake Tahoe and North Lake Tahoe. We went to this resort in North Lake Tahoe, which is called Diamond's Peak. The views of the lake are incredible. We had a really nice time here. The hills are difficult compared to what we're used to at home, but being able to ski and snowboard here was a surreal experience.
If I knew you were filming, I would have carved.
A note about renting skis and snowboards. The resorts will have rentals, but you can save money from renting from an equipment rental shop. There are several of them in Tahoe. We went to this one in North Lake Tahoe. Alibi's Public House have two locations in North Lake Tahoe, Incline Village and Truckee. They're a nice place to hang out in the winter. They have a calendar full of events, so it's a nice way to hang out inside, eat some pub food, and do something unique like bingo and other games or dancing. In between South and North Lake Tahoe, you'll find Emerald Bay State Park. Similar to Heavenly Village Gondola, this is probably one of the best money shots you can get in the area without having to ski. You can simply pull over off the side of the road and take photos of these views. A quick note about driving in Lake Tahoe while we're on that topic: be prepared for road closures. We didn't encounter any in February, but they can happen anywhere around Lake Tahoe from November to April. You definitely need snow tires. And be very cautious, especially at night, as black ice is very common. If you're looking for somewhere to stay, I recommend a hotel or resort on the east side of the lake because of the gorgeous winter sunsets that you can get across the lake. We were lucky to see this one at Edgewood Resort. We weren't staying there, we only dropped by to do ice skating. It was gorgeous, the wintry mountains with the dramatic sunset. There's no filter on this at all. This is how it looked exactly. If you want to do ice skating at Edgewood, it's a smaller rink, but of course less crowded. But it also costs double the price. I think we paid $80 for 2 people to skate here. I hope that my videos, photos, and suggestions for Lake Tahoe in winter have been helpful to you. It's a very special place to me, and I hope that you have an amazing time there.